Alrighty. So today we are going to be talking about finding a high value man, and specifically a high value man your own age. So, hello to everyone who has joined, and if you're watching this on replay, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button when you come in. Alrighty, so the definition of a high value man is someone who supports, protects, values himself first, and also has the ability and selflessness to support and protect a woman and family. I feel like the defining qualities of a high value man or a provider man is really the word that I like to use. A provider man um, is caring, honest, has a drive for success, is protective, and also assertive. Um, and the reason why I prefer to use the word provider instead of high value is because I feel like high value has a very cheesy kind of connotation to it. I feel like it's a little bit over explaining. Like if you are high value and you are of a high quality, you don't need to say, "Oh, I have a luxury purse," you can tell it's luxury. You can just say, "This is my purse. This is my Versace purse." Is like, "Okay, girl, we get it. It's Versace." And that's why I feel like it's much more not only reasonable but also just more classy to say that you're looking for a provider or even an alpha male. And these are some of the things that I feel can really help you tell if a man, especially when you're age, so more of a potential mate, how to tell if a male will be a provider and how you can tell that he is a provider male. So the first thing is that he helps his mom, his sisters, or female family members like aunts and cousins. A man who helps his family and the women in his life is very likely to help you. He obviously sees that he, as a man, needs to provide the role of a provider and protector. And when you see him show that through, picking up his sister when she needs a ride, or taking his mom to go get groceries or paying for his mom's groceries and whatnot, is a good indicator that he's a family oriented person and really make sure that he takes care of the women around him. So the second thing is highly dependable. When you call him, he answers the phone. When you ask him for something like, "Oh, would you be able to pick up blah, blah, blah on the way home?" He does it and you don't need to remind him. Even if you do need to remind him, he still makes sure that he does it before he gets back to the house, sort of thing. um, this is someone who is very reliable. If you need him, he is there, and that is a very high indicator of a provider male because he knows that he is being depended on, so he knows that he needs to be there, he needs to be on time, he needs to be on top of things. He won't let you go through things alone because he is aware that he is the provider and protector of you. And yeah, it assures you that you're not alone out here and you're not going through things by yourself because I'm here whenever you need me. Just call me. Those sorts of guys are the best. Alrighty, next thing. His plans involve the both of you. He says things like, "Oh, I want our kids to go to private school," or "We should get a house with blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah." He's using like "we" and "our" and asking you what you think about ideas for things in the future and whatnot. And that shows that he sees a long-term future with you, which is amazing. So someone who really like talks to you and speaks with you in a way that like they want to be with you forever is probably someone who's likely to take care of you in the long run if they see that long-term future with you. Next thing is that he is not judgmental. Um, I feel like provider men, alpha men, high value men have been through a lot. A lot of times they've either gotten it out the mud or they've just had tough times in their childhood and in their adolescence growing up. And they understand that like being judgmental like isn't very productive. Um, they seek to understand you, even the crappy parts, and they don't make like your worst values your defining values or your defining features of you as a person, which I feel like is really important, especially because I feel like a lot of modern men today forget that everyone is flawed. We have all done things that, like, maybe regardless of how bad or they are, we've all done some things that, like, we didn't really agree with now, or that we don't really agree with now that we're older and more mature and have more experience. And I think that it's important to find people who don't make you feel bad for the things that you've been through in your life and judging you based off past actions, especially if you are reformed or you're new and, you definitely have changed as a person. I think the same way that we shouldn't judge men for things that they've done in their past and who they used to be. I think it's very important also that we find men who don't treat us like the bottom of the barrel because of the things that we've gone through. So yeah, finding someone who's not judgmental is usually someone who really has like your best interest at heart and really cares about you, and again is likely to take care of you. He talks about a lot of the things that he wants to give you is another big definer. That someone or that a male is a provider. This is a tricky one though, because some men will pillow talk and just say all the things that you want to hear, like, "Ooh, I can't wait to give you this and this and this and this and this," just to make you feel good. But as a general rule of thumb, if he often talks about the things that he wants to give you, like, "Oh, like, I'm gonna get your the car that you really want, and when we get our new place, like, you can get whatever decorations that you want," um, those sorts of things, or even if he gives you like small things in place of the big thing that he wants to give you, like instead of giving you the super expensive ring right off bat, he gives you like a really nice, small ring. But that shows that he's committed to you and that he really does want to give you those things and really wants you to feel like, you're taken care of and secure and that he really wants to be with you. And another thing is that you will probably be a big motivator for his success. So you definitely will be reaping the benefits of being with him. So the next thing is that he is in school for a profitable degree. I wrote down how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I'm about to list off. 5 very profitable degrees. These are starter pay rates. So if you are a college girl looking for a suitable mate your own age, looking for men in these categories is gonna probably be a good bet. Actuarial science, I'm pretty sure is how you say that. Actuarial science is at $62K a year. Biomedical engineering, $66K a year. What does this say? Civil engineering, $65K a year. And then we have financing at $57K and nursing at $73K, which we already know nursing is a very booming business. So all you nursing girls, I know y'all are good to go. You're going to find you your doctor husband or something. You're going to get you a good one, okay, if you're in nursing already. Go girl, okay? Yeah, finding a guy who's in a very profitable and beneficial degree will probably guarantee you a spot with a man who makes a lot of money. Alrighty. Next thing, or actually, let's continue on that point. And the reason why I really wanted to emphasize on finding people with profitable degrees is because if you look at a lot of the rich men, even like Ice Cube or Denzel Washington, and even if you want to think bigger, not Michelle, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, they've been together for heck long. Who else? Ooh, I know I can think of more. But even if we think bigger, like Mark Zuckerberg and his wife, whose name I cannot recall for the life of me, or even Joe Biden and his wife, these women have been with their men since they were young. And catching them young is I feel like one of the easiest ways to guarantee your spot as a wife and with a provider man, because you've been with him from jump. Now, I'm not saying struggle love. That's not what I'm saying at all. But finding a man with very high prospects is, in my opinion, very good. And also, I feel like a little bit more beneficial. I know there's sometimes the fear of becoming a starter wife from starting with a man from, age 20 and on. But if you're already starting off with a man who's about to get into a very high paying career, I don't think that that's really something that you should have to worry too much about. Next thing is that he has interesting hobbies. Things like music or drawing or like making YouTube videos, video games, streaming. Hobbies like that can benefit more streams of income, and that you can probably even, like, oh, you do like really good, you're really good at video games, you should start like streaming your games and just plant the seed. Because he already has an interesting hobby. That's something that he already really likes to do. And it's also stuff that you guys can do together, especially if you're really into music or drawing or YouTube videos and video games. That's another way that you can really like connect with him. And yeah, spend some quality time. Let's see, did I write any more notes? Let's see, what are some other ways that you can tell? I think those are about all the reasons that I could like think of. I wrote some notes, but yeah, I feel like those are like the pretty top defining factors. Another way is if like he's young and he already makes a good chunk of money, like you're pretty likely that you got you a winner if he already makes a good amount. Right now at like 22 and 23, he's very likely by 40 to be making even more. So yeah, that's about it for how to find a high value man your own age. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe, because I've been really enjoying going live and I want to continue. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I will talk to you later.